Let me speak on the recent WWE releases. Now, a lot of them honestly deserve to be let go because the company wasn't doing a lot with them, except for Killian Dane, in which was an angle with Drake Maverick. But I read that the cuts had nothing to do with storylines or personal history or marital status or who you're dating, who you're fucking, didn't matter. If you were useless to the company, you got let go, according to Nick Khan, per se. And if you were on the older side, you would let go regardless, unless you're like Roman Reigns or Flair, the protected ones, you know what I'm saying? So, I read here that the company's looking for younger, bigger talents, which is something that they've always been doing for the past forever. They always want younger talent. They never really do anything with someone that's past 40 when it comes to a guy, unless you like have a lot of status or a long contract, that kind of stuff there. Edge, that kind of stuff there. They don't really do a lot with you, which is stupid because if you can still go, you can still go. If you're still entertaining, you're still entertaining. The main thing that I hate about this new edict is that it's just looks they're going for. Just looks. Was it just looks that got you to where you are now? No. I wasn't attracted to Hulk Hogan or The Ultimate Warrior or Macho Man or Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels or a HBK or even a Triple H at the time. I'm not attracted to those kind of guys because of the way they look. The look is the kicker on that stuff. The kicker is their personality, their charisma, their intensity. When The Rock came out as Rocky Maivia at the Survivor Series, he was still the same size guy he was at the end of his career. Well, not really, but you know what I'm saying, right? Still the same size guy. The guy who got over as The Rock was the same size guy as Rocky Maivia. They just changed his look, they changed his personality, and he became a star. The Ringmaster and Stone Cold Steve Austin look pretty damn alike to me. But guess what was different about the Ringmaster compared to Stone Cold? His attitude, his swagger about things. That's what people gravitated to. You didn't see people in the crowds like gushing over Austin's pecs or his six-pack abs, which he didn't have. It was his cool personality. Like, it's what he said, how he said it. That was the cool thing. Mr. McMahon at the time was definitely over 40, but he had a ton of personality. He was in Austin's face every single week, and people loved the Mr. McMahon character. It has nothing to do with your age or your physique. Right, Daniel Bryan? Right, Cactus Jack? I think Cactus Jack was pretty young, but he looked old. But you know what I'm saying? Terry Funk is still wrestling. Tommy Dreamer is still wrestling. It's their personality that brings it to the table, not your looks. And the fact that the edict is for looks and not personality is the most incredibly scary thing about the future of the WWE when it comes to being a fan. You want young and big? That should be like for steak. Or some fucking chicken. Give me like some big fresh meat. That's understandable. When it comes to a professional wrestler, what's going to keep you glued on the screen more? Looking at someone's pecs? Or listening to them cut like an awesome deep promo? The reason why people like Roman now compared to what he was a couple years ago was because he's more passionate, he's more intense with his promos. And that's nothing to do with like his pecs or his biceps or whatever. It's nothing to do with that. It's his personality. It's about how he draws you in with what he's saying. And like his facial expressions, his evil facial expressions. Which he finally mastered after all these years, by the way. So And Eric Young over there in Impact is killing it as the leader of Violent by Design. He sells everything over there. Everybody sells what they got to sell over there. It's really intense. It's really good over there. With WWE, Ricochet comes out there and he barely has any personality. And I know him from Lucha Underground and from PWG. Honestly, I never seen it. He never had personality, and he's not showing it here. Ricochet is the kind of guy that should be like show, like a show in the ring, but not really talk. John Morrison is the same way. He kinda could, but he's not really good at it. Either you have it or you don't. Some people are better in short bursts. Some people are good talking longer, like Paul Heyman. But most of the roster, short bursts is probably the best way to go. MVP, long. Miz, long. Edge, long. Roman now, long. But there's so many personalities out there that just they're really good in the ring, technical or high flying, but they can't talk you into a building. They're good for main events or an opening match or whatever, because the trainers don't train them properly when it comes to acting skills. Maybe, just maybe, the WWE training for promos is something like this. Can you speak? Show me you can speak. And that's it. They don't give you a good coaching method. They just want you to do it by yourself. So this whole edict is fucking ridiculous. It's disgusting to me. Personality, charisma should be key over anything else. And no, Ever Rise did not have personality. Ever Rise was an act in NXT that were trying to be goofballs, but got no reaction, bruh. They had charisma, but they did not have personality. It's more than just like yelling a lot and yelling a lot there and doing goofy movements. It's selling to the audience that you are that character. Drake Maverick right now is on an island by himself. However, Drake Maverick, Rockstar Spud, whatever you want to call him, he has the it factor when it comes to personality. He has it. He can sell really well. He has the personality and charisma that people like and crave. Can he wrestle that well? Probably not, no. But he has the personality to himself there. What's his name? El Fantasmo? Not Fantasmo, that's in JPW. The El Jefe of the Spanish group in NXT. He's good. He's good too. He puts a lot of passion into his promos. So the main thing should be passion, not size or whatever. Yes, the ability to take bumps and everything like that, like how strong you are, that should be a given. But don't look for young guys who don't know how to sell you. Because if you go for young and big guys, that means that their ability to sell you is finite. Because once people get over the fact that you look good, what else do you have? I've seen that before. I've seen that. I've seen those pecs. I've seen those biceps. I've seen those lats. I've seen that core. I've seen it before. Your personality, your charisma will get strong and keep people there every single week. Let me ask you a question. How many people do you know that watch the MCU movies, the Marvel movies, for Robert Downey Jr.'s pecs? How many people do you know look at the Marvel movies for Rocket Raccoon's great body or Groot's great body? Gamora could be thicker, but she's not, because that's what, Hollywood does. So it's the personality that sells you. Last thing. In The Mandalorian, for the recently fired, whatever her name was, Casey, Carrie, something like that, she was like a thick, strong-looking bodybuilder type character in Mandalorian. But she got fired because her views on Twitter were not what the people liked. But yet, her character in the show was very cool, very, very awesome, and people liked her character for sure. And now she's gone because of her political beliefs, which is bullshit. She's big and strong, but the main thing people talk about, she's a badass. There's nothing to do with her personality. Badass. The number one thing people talk about on Mandalorian is what? Baby Groot, aka Grogu. Is he 6 feet tall? Yes, he's young. Young-ish, I guess. But is he 6 feet tall? Is he 7 feet tall? No, he's not. He's cute. He's adorable. He's a bit of personality. There's a little bit of an evil side to him. People like that character. Back in the day, sorry, one more thing. Like back in the day, you have mascots for a reason. You have mascots for a reason. Sometimes mascots are on the older side. Then sometimes they're young. But all mascots have one thing in common. It's like the Hedgehog, Mario Brothers, the Trix Rabbits, Count Chocula, etc., etc. All those mascots have one thing in common: personality, charisma, and the ability to multiple things in common. The ability to draw you in with who they are. It's nothing to do with your age, nothing to do with like the way that you look per se. It's your personality. And the fact that they think that is the most backwards thing I can think of. Impact understands that. It's not about the way you look, it's about how you can sell people in with your charisma. That's it for now. Clack off.